Alright, let's get this started. Well, the audio level should be good. Test, 1, 2, 3. Alright, guys. Hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hello, I'm T-Man, and today we're playing some Minecraft. I think it's been like a week since I last streamed. Yeah, so for the last 2-ish weeks, I have been playing on a hardcore, in quotations, Minecraft server hosted by the good people associated with PajamaHardcore. So this is a, I guess, content creator sort of server. Mostly focused around one guy, but there are other content creators as well. Everyone else is here for the ride, myself included. Yeah. So usually the server is on in select like 4-hour windows of the day. Okay, game is loading really slowly. The heck? Alright, should be good. Okay, so I was feeling a little sick in the last few days, and frankly, I am just not going to have face cam on for this stream. But yeah, I figured that I would show some stuff off and do some stuff on screen. You know, just because I had the time to. So, usually, for context, I'm doing stuff around Spawn. Hello, Tinny. And they have an upcoming build competition, interesting enough. So, I made this giant frozen, and I suppose I should provide some context. So PajamaHardcore, is sometimes associated with the Disney character voiced by Michael L. Jackson, Frozone from the Incredibles franchise. He does not like it. It's more of an inside joke that it's been beaten to death, much like, you know, a horse beaten to death. And I figured it would be funny to make this build. It is a giant Frozone doing a Zam while doing a 6-7. I actually kept some photos of the development process. So it wasn't all done in survival. Originally, it was drafted in creative. It originally started off as a completely different build. It was supposed to be his profile picture. But then Minecraft has this issue where it doesn't have enough variety of blue blocks, and so I wasn't able to get the colors correct, and frankly, it looked a little too much like, I don't know, Ash Ketchum or A-Train. So I tried scaling down, no luck with that either, and then tried changing the pose a bit, wasn't really feeling it. Kind of looks like A-Train. So then finally I decided I should probably go for a completely different pose unrelated to his profile picture. And I went with Frozone because his color palette was much easier. And now we're here. Fun stuff. Shit. So, yeah. They're having a build competition. That's my submission for it. And, what else? Oh, yeah, there's some prizes for it. Third place is one stack of whatever, I guess. Whatever you want to request. Second place gets an elytra. They haven't beat the dragon yet, so nobody has ventured in the end. And first place is a genie's wish, which is kind of weird. Why the fuck are there trees here? They're blocking the way. So I opt for the tall trees. Who built the PJ profile pic? So tacky. I believe nobody would have built this. Not by hand. It would have had to be imported. There are specific tools that you can use to upload a PNG and create images just like that. Yes. Also, hello, Crystal. Welcome to the stream. What the heck? It's a giant wall. Is this a showcase for block palettes? That's interesting. Oh, it looks like people... Oh, I see. Wow. Hello, Pilaf. Oh, shit. Now, for whatever reason, it looks like the time slots were not going as usual this, for today. And people have been working hard on their builds, because people are working on builds for the build competition. I don't think PJ's entering, but it looks like he's been getting some help on his church. PJ's been a little, struggling to nail down a look that he wants. It was originally a storage room, but then there was a symmetry problem, and he decided to tear it down, remake it as a church. This building was grayscale earlier. But it looks like in the last 9 hours, I think, he has... There is absolutely no way that he came up with this block selection himself. So, yeah, it looks like he's been getting some help here, and has been following a recommended swatch to create his build. That's neat. I think he forgot to put windows in, though. Alright. Also, yes, SRs are working. Feel free to keep them going. Let's see, things that I've done since last stream. I have been putting down lots of roads. I think last stream was when I put up the retaining wall for this main square here. Sorry, we're just going to turn off jukeboxes for this. So last stream, I was aimlessly trying to... Well, not aimlessly, it's a fixed method. I was getting the retaining wall done here, And then since then, we have added some tents to the square. I added these two over here. They aren't used for anything yet. We repositioned the nether portal, and I decorated it. Also did some work on the nether. SRs are a little low. Okay, let me jump into there. Hold on, we'll pause that. Yeah, I was suspecting it was too low. I think YouTube player for, let's see, raise that. Oh, now it's all the way. What the hell? Well, we got a solution for that. We got a third-party tool. Volume boost 200%. And it's 200% now. Let me know if that needs any tweaking. So, since last stream, I've started putting down these grayscale 3-block roads around spawn. Yeah, alright. Put down these tents here, decorated that nether portal. Did the front of the mineshaft / graveyard over here. This one's inhabited by Spectre_32. He also streams from the server, by the way. Tweaked some farms. Oh, and then over there, we had an issue with this river here because for whatever reason, the natural generation of this terrain, it was originally supposed to have a river going to the ocean, but then it kind of dried up in this middle section and people built farms. One of the proposed solutions was to raise the level of the river, but I didn't think that was too practical, and they were already partway through that. So I terraformed it such that we simply widened the river at certain parts, and then we have a dam blocking that now. I'm thinking of actually routing a tunnel underneath this hill into the ocean. That might be a little more believable. Let's see, we also moved some farms. I put a campfire here, one decorative tree. What else do we have here? And then recently, as of last night, we started securing proper tunnels to nether fortresses. So I believe right now the server has identified, or the public has identified, two desirable nether fortress destinations, which I am dubbing Fortress A and Fortress B. So I have personally discovered Fortress B, which is 1,500 blocks north of spawn. However, there was a noticeably closer fortress, which we're dubbing Fortress A, which is the square root of 1,400. Hold on, let me do the math for that. Fucking hell. Root of 1,400. No, that can't be right. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Oh, wait. Root of 2,800. Root of 2,800. That can be right. A squared plus b squared. How am I messing up Pythagorean theorem? What the hell? One root 2. Okay, well, so I think on paper, Fortress A should be closer to spawn. but because the tunnels are dug, because the everything's dug in like Manhattan distance, Fortress A's tunnel is 1,500 meters for traversal, which is about the same as the hypothetical tunnel to reach Fortress B, which is 1,500 meters straight in one direction. Okay, Fortress A is technically closer even in that situation, but only by like a difference of 50 blocks. It's no difference. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to make the tunnel to Fortress B. Why? Because people are interested in running another fortress without a blaze spawner in the interest of farming wither skulls. Now, for additional context, on this server, it is dubbed hardcore, but technically it's 3 life. And I guess in the interest of server longevity or content creation, you are able, one person can kill one wither and revive one person. So skulls are desirable. We like withers. Also, hello, Vibe Curator. So yeah, today I might get a tunnel for that, but my pickaxes still need to get recharged from the last stream. Sorry, not last stream, from last night. Although, my farm is actually pretty, heavy on traffic. The heck? Somebody turned my little guy around. Yeah. Oh yes, chat has taken a look at the review board. There have been, a few additions to the review board for this skeleton spawner, of which has been dubbed Boner's Shaft, because this is originally an abandoned mine shaft, and now you can bone with the boners. Yes, lots of wonderful reviews here. We found love in a boner shack, from Vibe. I woke up with a boner. Thank good for this club, Pajama Hero. 10 out of 10 would come here again. Good service, from Wine. 10 out of 10, I love boners. Bone-tastic. Cry. Good food, DJ. 15 out of 10, amazing boners, would recommend. Tiny. 10 out of 10, help me get density 5. P-Law. 10 out of 10, bonerific heart emoji. Lidos. She mine in Minecraft until my bedrock. Spec, 10 out of 10. Best boners in town, Jera. 10 out of 10, I effin' love boners. Ellie Bean 69. 10 out of 10, love a good bone. Bubble. Good food. I'm really thinking of doing an expansion of the boner shaft. Probably going to increase the, I guess it would be the length of the room, going that way, because I do have the materials for it. And that would give me room to add a dedicated stage space for the stripper pole, as well as a bar. And I think the bar could maybe, I don't know, hold food. Like a bar was in the original plans, but I didn't leave myself room for it. I didn't actually make a proper floor plan. Yeah. Alright, so we're not going to be... Anyone can take the pole. I mean, we don't have any dedicated talents for it, right? So if you want to work the pole, you can work the pole. Just wipe it down after. Alright, so what we can do right now, because my pickaxes are not charged, either I can... There's a lot of people currently in the church. I also don't know how Pajama managed to acquire all this quartz, because last I checked he was too scared to acquire quartz, because it's a resource you acquire in the nether. And last I checked he also didn't have Silk Touch or Fortune, so this is probably the work of somebody else. Hey, girl, I don't know how you're gonna work that pole or what that pole's touching. I'm just a hygienic sort of fella, you know? I've already washed my hands 5 times today, and I woke up an hour ago. Yeah, it's undoubtedly someone else's quartz, maybe. So the server does have proximity chat. I don't know if they're yapping about something up there, or if they're all just vibing. PJ is the protagonist. PJ is the main character, and so naturally there are 5 people up there hanging out with the main character just logged off. Alright, well, I'm not really sure what the plan is, but the church happens to be seated on what is now dubbed the closest XP grinder to spawn. I believe it was Cry who discovered that there was a zombie spawner underneath the site of the church. Oh no. There's like 6 people within range of the spawner, and there's nothing in here. Oh, well, that's not good. I think there was speculation that there was a blockage somewhere in the... Alright, well, it looks like we're not going to recharge our pickaxes anytime soon, which is a tad unfortunate. But you can tell from the captions that there's clearly zombies somewhere in the machine. Wine, hello. There's a baby zombie in there somewhere. The thing is, I would totally... Okay, we got one. Are they just babies? Alright, looks like it's working. It's just taking its time? Spawner got its tubes tied up. It's 1 tube. I'm not really sure what would be twisted in this case. But yeah, looks like we're gonna be here while Boner Shaft is attracting a little too much attention. Hello? Hello? Yeah, like the zombies should already be pulled in here. There should be... Are you feeling island gal today? I don't know what that reference means. Ooh, quite a lot of flesh they got here. Yeah, I'm tempted to break into the machine and just to see, is there anything clogged? But, you know, it's not my machine. I call it a machine. It's really a feeding tube by design. Like, even I didn't add proper maintenance access to Boner Shaft. I should have. Yeah, I should probably add maintenance measures to the shaft. Sure, a lot of babies. Bye-bye, baby. Can you teach me to be real? PJ hacking? Hold on, what is this? Someone just posted a link. The server supports... Oh my. What is this? It's a screenshot of Pajama Hero floating in the air? Unbelievable. Hold on, guys. Take a look at this. Good gosh. That is the protagonist of this server. He is floating in the air as if he were a god. What is this? I don't know what to make of it. Heads or tails? Alright, looks like we got a decent zombie turnout here. We can recharge Smooth Criminal just a little more. Alright, fine. Loading sword. This is sharpness 5. It's true, you saw it? It's you in disguise? Right, likely story that we can suddenly just put on people's flesh and usernames. That's odd. Oh, shit. I see. Okay, fine. There we go. That's why it was clogged. Well, looks like something's going on up there. Crazy stuff. Oh, hello, handsome. You know, there used to be a toggle on this skin that would strip down to a Speedo. I wonder which one you're wearing. Wait a minute. Well, I guess it was a hallucination. Or perhaps my reflection was so good it just happened to come off of this shiny wooden plank. Or perhaps the light reflected off the rain or the bubble column. Alright, we got half our pickaxe regenerated. I think I'm good to go. Do I really want to dig a tunnel to Fortress B today? We could do anything else. You know what? Why don't we work on the path going clockwise around the central spawn hill? I think that's a good idea. A lot of ladies out tonight. Alright, so again for the context, I put down these roads because infrastructure really keeps spawn together. People know where to go, people adhere to a unified sort of I guess, space design or structure. It really works out for the benefit of the town. And so what I want to do is that we have some builds going past the church. Also, for whatever reason, the dead end that I left has been capped off by a gazebo, so we're gonna go around that, and we are going to work on connecting the rest of the server with the power of roads. Oh, damn, there's a VC session going on in the Discord. I have no idea why. Okay. So, for the roads, we use a combination of 3 blocks. We use gravel, we use andesite, and we use cobblestone. Checked out that tunnel I made. Impressive shit. What? Hella long. Yeah, it was hella long. Doesn't help that, you know, the route's in Manhattan distance either. Am I going to add ice? I am not personally looking for ice. If somebody provides ice and wants it to be rigged with ice, we can do like the 50-50 method. Where only half of the blocks on the ground are ice, which is enough for facilitating boats. And yeah, we can do that. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. I will add ice if I am given ice, but at this point we do not have a discovered ice biome. Yeah. Alright, but for now, we're working on... I am out of cobble. I am out of cobble. Oh, what the hell? Spectre, count your days. Well, this sign is supposed to say something different. I'll try to help, but first I want to make a little moss farm. Yeah, I think some people are just kind of passively using moss. Like, I know there was some moss in this area, but I think it was just used for covering up. There used to be a big hill over here dividing the river and the higher level of ground. Bubbles, hello! Hello, Bubbles. So, I have to think. Places with cobblestone. Well, my first instinct is Spectre, because he always churns out cobblestone. Shit, he doesn't have any cobblestone. Oh, he has some cobblestone. Because he lives in a mine shaft, and so he digs out a lot of rocks that he doesn't need, and he's making room for graveyards. So that's always something good to have. Thank you, Spec. Next, we are going to convert these into slabs. Reason being is that we're able, if we only use the top half of the blocks, we get more economy out of what we're doing. Doesn't apply to the gravel, but we're able to do double, I guess, with the same amount of blocks. Why is it still nighttime? What the heck? Okay, gang, so this is what we're going to work with right here. I'm going to show off what we have so far. So, for whatever reason, this gazebo has popped up at where we would have continued the road, but fortunately we can just kind of go around it. We have a few, I guess... Okay, hold on, I'm not familiar with that build. Where did that come from? Okay, it appears there has been a garden added. It's a Zen garden? Alright, looks like a Zen garden. Someone has added a Zen garden to their... Are these two separate properties? Okay, so the original thought, follow my cursor here, was that we would have, before the gazebo and before this, I would have the road kind of curved outward, maybe along the river, passing by this stable and this house. But it looks like I'm going to have to shift it maybe, what is that, 20 blocks inwards? So it's going to go on the right side of the gazebo, curve to the right of the gazebo towards this note block area here. Who building a penthouse? You know what? I'm really considering making one myself. For those who are unfamiliar, I typically work in Minecraft cities. I can build a condo. I can make a skyscraper, but it doesn't fit the vibe of the area. But I feel like making something so obnoxious would be so funny. Maybe. So yeah, I'm considering making a penthouse myself. And you know what? I'll have units underneath me. People can move in. You know, that kind of thing. But that's also a notable investment because I have not invested into sand. Which is a necessity because I use a lot of concrete and glass. So that's something. I have like somewhere under a stack of black dye. Well, ink sacks. I have somewhere under a stack of black ink sacks, which will let me do like grayscale concrete. And then we have the bone farm, which means unlimited white dye. So that really works in my favor. We all broke. Relatively broke. Because hey, when people start placing for those when people win those prizes for the build competition, the economy of the server might flip on its head. First place is a genie's wish. You could wish for something obnoxious, like a ton of diamonds, or I don't know. Second wish, you immediately lock in fast access. You can raid every single end city before everyone else can even walk there, and then you can just sell them off. It'll be safer and easier, and that'll be in people's best interest. Because it's a hardcore server, and there are rules about dying in the end. Apparently, if you die in the end, you do not get to use your lives, and you instantly are banned, or something like that. In quotations, probably want to fact check myself there. And then for third place, you get a stack of any building blocks. But you could also ask for like 64 diamond blocks, I'm guessing, 64 netherite blocks. There's a lot of crazy options here. I have my own plans for what I would like to get for these prizes myself. BJ gonna be the first to die in the end. Look, I've offered a service. I've offered to man an Ender Pearl stasis chamber for every participant in the end, but nobody's taken up that offer. It's not that I've set up the infrastructure for that, or the system for that, not infrastructure. I could. It doesn't take long. I just have to set up like a dozen Ender Pearl stasis chambers, and I just have to watch them, and I have to train the people to do proper call-outs when they want to be called back. Yeah. But we're not working on that right now. We are working on a path. Oh, they added glass. I'm trying to think. I've had a few friends work on cathedrals. I think typically, wouldn't you have like a bell or something stored? Oh wait, no, this is full stained glass. Also, what the fuck is this? Someone totally leveled the mountain, and they've squared it off. I have no idea what the plan is for that, but they better be putting something good there if they're using all of that terrain. Yeah. Yeah, it would be super awkward if anything that was placed in such a wide and open space ended up being unusually or disproportionately small. Yeah. I do also... What the fuck? Hey man, I think your world edit points were kind of misplaced there. You might want to select a smaller region. I would be interested in knowing what's going on the hill, because this wasn't the case when I logged off yesterday. They were perfect, LOL. Alright, Zach, if you insist. Yeah. I do offer terraforming services as well. You got VC off, you didn't hear bro fall in the hole and start dying, LMFAO. I'm not sure if these messages are meant for me, because I'm really not sure what the context is. Bro fall in the hole. The hole? Oh, okay, these are meant for me. What did PJ fall into a hole? Oh. Okay. Couldn't you just instantly teleport PJ back up to the surface or something? Or like into a pool of water? I feel like that would have worked. Unless he's like really close to dying. I don't know. Inventory C. That's a command that exists for a certain plugin. You could probably just swap his entire hotbar to Totems of Undying and then salvage him after... Oh, it was a troll, okay. Hey, Spec, what's up, man? I saw that you guys were in VC. Hopefully I'm good. You know what? I'm feeling better after talking. But I gotta say, you know, I feel like I have a cough. You know, Okay, chat, I have to say something. I have no issues with the usage of, certain substances, maybe substances that you breathe. But as far as my body is concerned, I'm not handling them very well. And so when my sister, you know, offers me a hit in the Costco parking lot, and I start wheezing and coughing because I don't know how to properly breathe this stuff in, I still kind of feel like I have blood in my lungs. And I have kind of been putting up with that since Sunday. It's a skill issue, a very serious skill issue on my part. But, yeah, maybe I'm not sick, and I'm just putting up with the after effects of not knowing how to breathe. Alright, I digress. So yeah, I'm very interested in knowing what the hell is going on that plateau. Wait, do they even have stairs? Okay, they have... Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so wait, they left the south side of the hill intact? Oh man, how am I gonna clean that up? That's gonna be a curious case for me. Oh, okay. Oh man. I forgot who lives here again? Ranger Fusion? Oh man. Oh man, they massacred your... Yeah, okay. You know what? They left Ranger Fusion's house intact, but it's a square. There are certain conditions where you want the terrain to be square, but typically the flat sides are facilitated using obvious man-made sort of things, such as retaining walls. So what this project may want to do, they may want to use retaining walls, or they will want to redesign the slopes of this giant rectangle, possibly. But I still don't know the nature of the project going on up here. Hold on. Who's working on this? Humble Infinity. Did they dig out this whole thing? Humble Infinity? Did they dig out this whole thing? I thought Humble Infinity was living by the river, so this is confusing for me. When I... Saint Ib's crib... Saint Ib. Ib. I have no idea who Saint Ib is supposed to be. Alright. So, I thought that Humble Infinity was living... Well, I thought that was their shed, but then they found a location along the river to live. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I'm curious to know how this is gonna go. And then I'll try to do whatever I can to clean up the terrain. Yeah, okay. That's not something that we have to worry about. Yet. And for now, we are going to stick to our original day, I guess, objective of routing a path going around the hill. Okay. So it looks like it's still clear around here. I don't see any other reserved space otherwise. Might need to get... Alright, yeah, Wine, thanks. Come back anytime you want, or lurk. Yeah. God damn it. Okay, so what I can do, we could have one branch. Okay, so continue with the road in the intended direction. We'll have one branch cut through here It would be adjacent to... Now that I'm looking at it, it might be a turtle farm. But I think it's like a decorative turtle enclosure, because turtle breeding is a finicky mechanic. Yeah. Yeah, thanks again. All the lurks are appreciated. We are still working our way to affiliate, and Twitch would like it if I had 2 more streams with an average of 3 viewers. So, yeah, the grind is still on, baby. God damn it. It bounced. I missed again. I missed again. I missed again. Yeah, no worries. I know a lot of people are playing Minecraft at the same time. It's totally understandable, especially since it's hardcore, you know? You don't want to AFK while you're still logged in, and then suddenly lose full access to the server. In the Nether, huh? Yeah. Alright. We're all sleeping because we hate phantoms. Do you know what I'm going to use my genie's wish on if I win first place? Turn phantoms off. I'm going to turn phantoms off. That's what I'm going to do. The power of God. I just want to turn a mob off, because that's a vanilla command. Play the game how it was meant to be played, without phantoms, because nobody likes phantoms. That's why they added the game rule. Alright, I don't think we're going to bed. The stack of sticks can only get you 2 emeralds. Just wish for the emeralds at that point. Other things that you could abuse a genie's wish for. Multiple wishes. Spawners. You could wish for spawners. You could get a blaze spawner in the overworld or something like that. Other things. You could wish for admin privileges without any other responsibility. You could wish for unlimited revives. You could wish for unlimited diamonds because they're a girl's best friend. Honestly, with third place, you could probably just get 64 diamond blocks. And I already know that's probably more than most people here know what to do with. Okay, let's do the math. 24 diamonds for armor, and then swords. 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, 30, 33. 24 plus 18 is 42 diamonds. Ew, it's a bot. Don't worry about the bot, just ignore it. That's 42 diamonds. And then that's for 12 items. And then 12 items upgraded to netherite requires 12 templates times 7 is 84. So that's 2.5 stacks of diamonds out of the 9 that you would get from requiring, from wishing for 64 diamond blocks. 64 diamond blocks gets you 9 stacks of diamonds. You would only be using 2.5 to go from nothing to full netherite. You would be left with 6.5 diamond stacks. So yeah, just third place, you would have more diamonds and you would know what to do with it, I guess. Crash the economy, I don't know. Okay, again, I think I've stalled long enough. I've declared my plan. What we're gonna do first. So we can either start at the end of this path here and directly go, or we can start further back and branch. Although the last time I did a short branch, it didn't really work out. Specifically looking at this spot here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna route kind of a gradual curve. And then we can have the fork here. Alright, what is this? Is this too straight? Is it too curved? What do we got here? Yeah, okay, it's too straight, maybe here, but that should be... Yeah, okay, it's too straight. Maybe... Am I hallucinating? After all, my objectives are to create a unified and appealing-looking spawn. By taking everybody's collective efforts and talents and skills and passions and creating something cohesive from them. Which is an unusually community-oriented sort of approach, but I mean, that's just kind of how I always play. Yeah, okay, I probably do want to increase the curvature here. Yeah, this is a little too linear. I might want to bring it around here, and then we'll have the fork at the same okay, so same destination. We got point A, we got point B. Let's make it curvier. Because if it's not okay, I change my world into something better, honey. What the fuck are they talking about in chat? Maid cafes? Maid cake? Omu rice? Moi moi kyun? Is there a cafe somewhere? Okay, what do we think of this? Passable? Here there is a... Now, I don't want to do... If I stop chatting, I'm probably sleeping. Hey, no worries, Crystal. Thank you for showing up. Feel free to, leave or lurk. The fact that you showed up at all is much appreciated. And you know what? Minecraft is a taxing game. Wait, hold on. Crystal's not on the Minecraft server. Yeah. Maybe you'll show up one day. Alright, so I am not too happy with how I handled this half. You'll notice I go up 2, and then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 1. That is fluctuations in the slope. Alright, if that's what you're comfortable with, you know, I'm happy to help. And that you can have a better sleep like that. Okay, so I think we can work with... Yeah, we can work with this. It just has to be somewhere within the 2 lines that I have drawn so far. Now, when I'm doing this by myself, I'm not verbalizing everything. Everything's just kind of an internalized sort of discussion. I didn't pack dirt, did I? Alright. So we're trying to get about 3-ish blocks. 3-ish blocks wide with fluctuations. There's quite a lot of podzol in the area, and I don't know if people want me to clear it or not. Okay, now that we've dug out a 3-block wide space, we're going to check how that went. Okay, that's better. It's more convincing now. Yeah, we can work with this. So we're gonna start off by putting down the gravel blocks. Now, I do have some rules about how I place the blocks down in this. Doing the Lord's work, clearing the podzol. Yes, I can do that if requested, and I will. Yeah, I will clear the podzol. Do have a few personal rules about how I place down the blocks. To get, I guess, a kind of a consistent variety, I will not have more than 4 of the same block next to each other, and the longest maybe that like a straight line will be like of 2. Like, see, I have 2 cobblestone here, and then I have 3 gravel here. So every, I guess, cluster of the same block will take either a single block, 2 wide, or a 3-block bend. Don't... And so you'll see in the path, it's just combinations of those 3 shapes over and over again. Hey, Cry, Crystal's trying to fall asleep to my stream. Don't wake her up. Alright, so what we can do here is, because it's... okay, what we can do... Okay, here. What we can do... because it ends on gravel here. We'll start with gravel because it's a full block, it's affected by gravity, and we just kind of pepper the current path with variations of the shape of the shapes. Starting with gravel. This is 2 blocks wide. What the heck? Gotta keep the path lit. Minecraft's so relaxing. Love playing my cottage witch mod pack. Ooh, witches. Witches. I don't think anyone in the current hardcore server wants to encounter any witches. There was a witch under PJ's house once. I killed it for him, but he could not find that himself. Why you ain't online then? Crystal's trying to go to bed, guys. Come on. Alright, That should be good for the gravel. And then we're going to do andesite next. Now, we did the gravel first because whenever we have an incline, we go down using the half slabs as stairs because we don't want people to be jumping up a hill, right? So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's throw 1 over there. Might be a little too narrow in some parts, but we go back and we polish that later. Bubble, you my translator, don't even need to bribe me. Okay, transistor. Transistor? Electronic component, what? Alright. Andesite. Okay, probably gonna put stairs here. Shit. What do we got here? Yeah, so we got a lot of parts here where the stairs are kind of going up diagonally. So that is something that I do have to consider. Alright. Toho? Yes, this is technically a cover sung by Shirakami Fubuki, a Japanese VTuber from Hololive Productions. Alright, now we're going to do cobblestone. It looks pretty okay so far, but we do need to clean it up a bit. Well, I say clean up in parentheses. Clean up is probably not the correct term. Refine, probably. Because there's no clean lines being used or anything like that when you're working with gradients. Alright. No wasted blocks. Okay. Looks like people are trying to sleep again, but I don't see... Four out of 5, alright. Thank you for the SR. Oh, come on, we only needed one more person. There we go. All right. Oh my. It appears that Zack has given me a sword of the first Wizard King. Well, what the hell am I supposed to use this for? What am I supposed to use this for? Okay, well, chat, I guess we have been given a... Well, it would have been a product to review, I'm sure. If anyone could clip that moment and just look over the stats, I'm sure it just had everything at level 255, but that would have been an interesting product review. Yell at bitches to sleep in proximity, chat. Well, frankly, I don't think there were any bitches next to me when I was in bed. So in a little bout of short-sightedness, I do need to go back and clear up all of these path blocks. I suppose the visual indicator would have been good for chat, but it really depends on how many of you actually care about, I guess, the decision-making for paths. Paths. Roads. Alright. I haven't been sleeping till my demons chase me at night. It's so bad. I don't deal with sleep paralysis demons. Oh wait, I don't know if like it's a different kind of demon that you're dealing with. Like, I imagine you're not running away from a sleep paralysis demon because you are undergoing sleep paralysis. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna get an overhead view of what we have so far. Now, generally this is acceptable, but what I'm thinking, it's a little too thin on some sections here. Like, here, we're gonna add maybe two more blocks here, and then here, might be a bit too thick. Yeah, it is 4 blocks. Yeah, it's 4 blocks here and it's 4 blocks here, so could get, I don't know, concave in. Oh, we got a clip here. Hold on. Let's review the product. Alright. Alright, chat, let's do a product review. The Sword of the First Wizard King. Now, if you can see here, it actually has multiple enchantments to it. You may notice this product is a golden sword, and typically these weapons are not considered endgame. However, yes, it does boast formidable stats. We have Sharpness, 255, Smite, 255, Bane of Arthropods, level 100, which is an interesting choice. Now, the thing is, Sharpness, Smite, and Bane of Arthropods are mutually exclusive, and typically, you cannot have all 3 of them on at the same time, which is interesting. Next, we have Sweeping Edge, 255, Fire Aspect, 255, Knockback, 255. Now, these are normal enchantments, not the level, but they can coexist together with one of the aforementioned 3 mutually exclusive enchantments. Unbreaking, level 255. Alright, clear pattern. The funny thing here is that there's also Thorns, level 255. And for those that don't know, Thorns is a sort of counterattack sort of enchantment applied to armor that deals percentage damage received back to the dealer. So if I get hit by an arrow and I have thorns, then some of that damage also transfers back to the shooter. That kind of thing. Of course, the tooltips at the bottom are greatly inaccurate. It most definitely does not do 4 attack damage after all of the modifiers. But before modifiers, it probably does 4 attack damage, 1.6 attack speed, plus 1 sweeping damage ratio. Alright. Other things to consider. Sword of the First Wizard King. Well, who is the Wizard King? Why is a wizard a king? And why is a wizard using a sword? Is this normal for wizards? Do wizards, yes. My interpretation of a wizard is that they study a lot and they do their magic shit. But then if you're a king, you're involved in politics. But then you have a sword, which means you're training in hand-to-hand combat, which is a nothing burger of a weapon. Well, we will never know because we did not play test the weapon, right? But thank you, Zach, for giving us the opportunity. It's made of light. His name was Lumiere Silvamillion. I'm more of a Silva Gunna kind of guy, if you know what I'm talking about. Hey! This is the sword of the First Wizard King. It will 100% eat your totem. Alright, so it looks like that was the context for what was being talked about in chat. Pila is being used as a test dummy for the sword of the First Wizard King. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so we mentioned earlier this is probably a little too fat. It should be thinned out sufficiently. Okay, good. Yeah. Forgot to put down the grass blocks there. And then, where? Here, yes. And then this would be andesite 3. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, because it runs right against the side of the, we'll minimize direct contact. There, it'll grow into grass. Alright, gang. Probably, hold on, bottlenecked over here. And I probably did destroy some torches while I was working here. Something to think about. Alright. Now let's get one more look, and then we'll have to start working on what will be going on here. But I'm not really sure. I think it is Pila that lives here, right? Is there signage? I'm not really sure. Turtle. Y'all don't label your houses, I guess. Right, one more bird's eye view of what we just worked on. Let's see, we have been streaming for 1 hour and 14 minutes, and all I've done so far is yap and build. What is this? 10, 20. Is this less than 30 meters of road? Alright, Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have a curve. Okay. I'm gonna visualize it here with my cursor. We're gonna have a curve going from here to maybe here. So you're gonna have an intersection, a fork. It's Uzi, by the way. Oh, this is Uzi's house? Okay. Alright, alright. Pilau lives on the side of the cliff next to Sky. That's right, I have been to Pilau's place before. They got bored and tried testing me with a death trap. And I survived without using a totem. They paid me in a netherite ingot for my troubles. Well, it looks like it's possible to kill gods. Look at that in chat, guys. Look at that. Zach died. Interesting that they have lives as well. Neato burrito, Despacito. I don't think any of these properties want to make use of this hill over here, so we... Okay. Cut down some of the grass. So what we can do is we can shave off the hill here. And as I figured, it is above stone level, so there's no issue where I have to turf it up. Yeah, and then we set the median height to that of the turtle enclosure here. Shave it off, make sure it has acceptable enough curvature. That should be good. Now, did I give myself enough room just now? We have increased the areas with meeting the median Y level. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Outward, though. How outward do I want it to be? Maybe if I kind of decrease it, then we would have... we'll focus on this one. So then we would set the destination to this point over here. That's about 2 blocks off of the stair over here. So it would be slight... Did I do that correctly? Please tell me I did that correctly. Okay, it's kinda ass, but we're gonna roll with it. Once we start the actual digging, we'll have more options for modifying that. Now, as we're digging, we can change the curvature ourselves. Like shifting over here. Nice and early. That's okay. I don't know if Uzi has plans for the immediate surrounding area, but if they did, they would have probably reserved the space by now. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, I guess. Alright, let's roll it. It can't take forever on these things after all. Otherwise, it'll be my only gameplay. Although, I guess arguably this is the only thing that I do. I don't have a house yet, right? Also, just for my own sanity, we're going to get rid of these path blocks here. Welcome to you. Right. Thought this was a different song for a second. Alright, checklist, 3 blocks. Why? Shit. Alright, double check that again. Hold on. Double check our work. 3 block average path length, path width. Alright, that should be good. This is going to go a lot easier since everything is on the same level. We're not going down a hill, there's no stairs to deal with. We are simply placing down combinations of blocks. So, do 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1. Can't even be consistent with a pattern that I give myself here. But nobody notices. Uh, 3, 2, 1. I guess 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Sure, 1. Much faster. Is this the first time that Gargura ever sung Right on Time? Shit. And someone spawned a wither in the overworld. Why can I see the bar? That's funny. Maybe it's close by? Oh, I get it. They're testing the sword out. And they used... Oh, wait, Wine, was that? Oh, that was not you. Okay. Wither skeletons, not the wither itself. Welcome back, Wine. Yeah, it looks like Zack spawned in a wither to test his OP gold sword. Sorry, his swords of revealing light or whatever it is. Alright, now I could connect the end of the road to that residential set of path blocks. Guys, I didn't actually know Uzi is faint. Why can't y'all just have unified usernames across platforms and games? Like, I'm T-Man bagged everywhere, but Uzi is not faint. I'm assuming that this is his stable. Alright. Oh, by the way, yeah, good luck with the wither skeletons. We do have the tunnel that I made yesterday going to Fortress A. I am thinking of making a tunnel to Fortress B. Okay, so looking at the path that we have here, and then the road that we have here, should be fine. Yep, alright, that's passable. Consistent. Now, you may notice that in previous versions of the road, I was putting grass blocks in the middle here to give it more of a faded look. You know, as time went on, I kind of realized people don't care about that kind of stuff. So I've been, yeah, I've just been kind of forsakening the faded look, but I do have a sort of very curvy, but consistent appearance otherwise. Also, I just noticed I had an isolated dirt block stuck in the plaza. Now, what do we want to call this? Is this town square? Is this a plaza? Is it a marketplace? Is it a central hub? I've seen it called a hub a few times, but it's really more of a... It's a marketplace, a plaza, town center. Yeah. And now, the thing is, there's only like... There's 2 builds. Well, okay, there's 3 builds north of Spawn Hill. There is that one pink house. There is a house across the river, not in render distance, and then there's this note block here. Oh, right, I turned jukeboxes and note blocks off. But yeah, that loops a portion of Never Gonna Give You Up. Good stuff. It's where we have wet t-shirt contests. We don't have a beach. We don't have a beach or a nice place to get wet. Alright. Am I doing concave left or concave right? Is that the terminology? Right, okay. So, from here, we have, follow my cursor, we have point A, which we're forking from, and then destination point B. Probably going to have it curve kind of this way, following the curvature of, well, the barely visible curvature of what we just built here. So we're going to start by rounding that. And yeah, we really making use of a median height in the area. Median terrain height, that's it. And frankly, I don't think this original path that they have here would have led anywhere, because it's kind of getting stuck behind PJ's church, and now I don't know what the deal is with this new terrain here. Forget the path blocks, let's just directly dig. Shit, no, we messed up. We messed up already. It's straight diagonal already. Okay, chat, let's see how bad that was. Oh god, that's abysmal. That's just straight diagonal. Man, I really messed up that one. Yeah, try to cut corners once. pretty bad. Okay, well, at least it's a great showcase for all the different ways that you can approach things, I guess. Although this does mean I will be placing back down a lot of grass blocks. Now we'll check the curvature of this. This would be the Daijoubu desu ka? Yes. Kind of. I mean, at the end of the day, I am fully capable of repairing any sort of damage that I do. It's better... Okay, hold on. Okay, it's not too visible. This angle. Okay, there. Okay, so it doesn't curve as nicely to... I mean, it's better than straight diagonal. Might be too straight here. And the grass is starting to grow. I'm taking so long to decide on this that the grass is already growing in the center of the place that I just dug out. Man. Hold on, sorry, just gotta check a ping. Just a giveaway ping, don't worry about that. Alright. We don't have to be meticulous about everything. I mean, most people would have just started paving by now. That's gotta be 3 blocks. I've already dug out an excessive amount for this. Is this 3 blocks? This is 3 blocks. Bottlenecked here. And then just for my own sanity, we're gonna fill in this with grass before doing the next check. Okay, this is better. Man, that grass is growing fast as fuck, boy. Okay, I think we can roll with this. I gotta chip that one off. And, you know, since I probably don't want to deal with this directly, you know, leave it up to people to determine how they want to connect to roads. We're going to restore this. Up. Alright. And, while we're at it, we're going to remove this. And this is just asking to spawn mobs. Got some dark patches here too. So I wonder how it didn't spawn anything yet. Alright, one more bird's eye view and then we'll start filling this out. Curvature is acceptable, alright. Right, we'll roll with that. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Sorry, running low on andesite. Gonna trim these and get another 18 slabs out of the 9 blocks that I'm carrying. There's quite a few people collecting happy ghasts, but they don't have the harnesses required to fly them. Eyes heavy, gonna sleep soon. Curvature acceptable. Yeah, the curves on this bad girl. I liking them. Gonna roll with that. Kind of thing. But yeah, you go get your sleep. Thanks for hanging around the stream, Crystal. Hope you had that good rest. Should look at your area, let me know what you think. Well, Bubbles, the last time I was in your area, I was lighting everything up because everything was so dark. Mine's there to be fat and float in front of my house. Okay, I mean, you can use it to fly around. DJ? Hello? Alright, start off with the gravel. Put down all my predetermined patterns, just kind of scatter them everywhere. And then going back, we're going to do andesite. We are running low on andesite though, and that is a little concerning, just a little bit. Oh, looks like we got more than enough to reach the end, and I was skimping out a little bit. Gotta be acceptable remaining shapes for... Right. That should be good. Hello, DJ. Did I miss anything in chat? Don't think so. And now we can do the cobblestone. Wow, I just straight up missed this section, huh? And here by my own rules. I'm a little concerned that my fallback playlist is cycling through everything too often. Which is odd because I thought I added like 50 songs. Alright guys, let's look at that final product. What the fuck? Hey, looks like we got a... Okay, well, first, it looks like we're done. Second, we're going to take out that drowned with my looting 3 sword and hopefully get a trident that we can auction off. Yes, you funny guy. No trident. No dice. That is a looting 3 sword. Oh, jeez. Well, it's, all these tridents, and I can't pick up any of them. Unlimited blade works. I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life, have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet I am unable to hold even one of them. So as I pray, unlimited blade works. Here, so I literally cannot hold these weapons because they're just projectile entities sticking out of the ground. Alright, so it looks like we've completed our objective here in the overworld. Oh, I saw a dark spot here. I will leave it up to the residents for how they would like to, I guess, directly connect to their properties. The situation with this cherry stuff here is confusing, though. Yeah, it's all generally confusing. So, there is a wooden cherry plank path that cuts directly into the mountain. Like, there's a... Okay, I remember this being, like, 6 blocks wide. What happened here? Oh, okay, it's here. And it just directly cuts into the mountain. Everything is fenced off going all the way to a boathouse made of the same pink stuff. And then, without hopping the fence at an earlier section like here, this would be the earliest. It's entirely fenced off going all the way there, and then the only way to exit is from inside the house into the water. I'm not really sure why. I would heavily reconsider that. But also, because it's fenced off, it serves as a massive barricade. And so if we were to ever have additional residents maybe live on the north side of the hill, like I know we have one guy living on the other side of the road, but there's like zero way. I would have to make an intersection or a tunnel going underneath this fenced off private path. Oh, I guess Zach is curious about me. He just teleported. See, that's what I see every time you teleport to me, man. And sometimes it happens for a brief split second even when you're vanished. Yeah, if anyone wants to live on the north side of the hill, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring that path wrapping around the mountain, but then I'm gonna have to do something about this. Yeah. But again, maybe the server won't exist 2 weeks from now. I don't know. Although that does also bring into question, why am I doing so much road work for someplace that might not exist at the end of the month? Who broke the Rickroll? I don't believe anybody has broken the Rickroll, but I did play it a few times yesterday. Let's see. Just for context, hold on. We're gonna pause the video here because options. Alright. Head back to your regularly scheduled SR. It's a fine little thing. It can loop so long as you make it loop. Good stuff. Now, I did get a request earlier to remove Podzol. Let's remove some Podzol. Yeah. Community cleanup efforts. Yeah. We hate Podzol in this household. Those torches. Okay, gonna... Like, you can, like, restrict Podzol growth if you just grow the trees in, like, a restrained area. It doesn't seem like people are interested in that, though. Maybe I can get away with covering some parts of the... Because I know PJ probably wants some ground around the church, which means that I'll have to raise part of the local average up. So I'll do this much for him. We'll do... curvature is... Hold on, I gotta extend this. Passable, okay. I guess we'll get rid of the Podzol here. Hopefully we won't chip off any of the gravel or anything. Looks like, Wine's skull run is a little short-lived there. You know, I really should invest more into food because at this point I'm just taking, like, community carrots. You know, if I were to kill a wither skeleton myself, I don't actually have a short list of people I'd revive, because I think everybody else has been reviving all the other regulars. Is there anyone dead who we want to see back? I'm not sure. Oh, Crystal, I'm sorry about that. Just saw your message. You know, they say that the sensation of falling in your sleep is actually a sign of your body growing. But you're also probably not a teenager, so, you know, I'm not going to credit that sensation for that cause. Okay, you know what? I can connect to this. I have no qualms doing that. Throw an andesite in, good stuff. Okay, maybe there we go. You were always about to die? That's your explanation? I guess if you think that you can die in the dream world, I mean, I'd rather not think that's possible. Oh, they got Lava Chicken on the playlist now. That's nice. And I turn jukeboxes back on. Like, I only run the SRs in the playlists when I'm streaming. I don't play songs in the background when I play Minecraft alone, not as a streamer, right? I'll keep a stream up, you know? I spent most of this week actually listening to specific Minecraft streams. Hololive is doing their, what I'd like to say is an annual Minecraft roleplay SMP. So, yeah, that's been neat. The developments have been pretty nutty with the roleplay. Nothing like crucifying Shakira's body to a cross. You know, that kind of thing. Literally. Makes no sense without context, but good stuff. Now, I don't think PJ talking badly about you would cause you to nearly die from fall damage in your sleep. That's not gonna happen. You credit him far too much for powers that he does not truly possess. Okay. Grass. Do I have any extra grass? This shop booth is unofficially my community works storage. Copy the design crayons on his house. What the hell are you guys up to? Get rid of all of the podzol. Fuck the podzol. We hate podzol in this household because it doesn't even grow correctly. As far as torches are concerned, this seems passable. Alright. Weird dark spot here. Right here. Alright. And this, doing a stream now has actually been pretty good for me because, tomorrow I might be missing the entirety of the, I guess the evening Minecraft shift. Because, I'm still with the university, you know, I'm still completing my courses. I am scheduled to finish maybe next term. That's assuming I get my proper course offerings. The teachers decide to teach the damn things. But it's been a while since I attended an icebreaker, for clubs and stuff. So, since I'm actually on campus on Fridays this term, I figured I'd attend one. So I probably won't be here tomorrow evening, local time. Doesn't affect anything for the build competition because that's being hosted, I believe, in an hour. I'm probably not going to stream the build competition, actually. Yeah, I probably don't want to stream the build competition. That's PJ's business. Let's get rid of the puzzle here as well. Actually, I don't really have the supplies for that. Yeah. But when the build competition and the judging and the community voting happens, yeah, I think I'll redirect all of y'all to PJ's channel. They'll be at twitch.tv/PajamaHardcore with 2 O's. Yeah. Because I know a lot of the people currently watching right now are probably vibing while also playing on the server. And so you are all looking forward to that event. Alright. Is that actually PJ? I'm assuming that's actually PJ, but I thought we finally gave him netherite. Is he just in diamond still? I guess. I considered living in a truck, maybe parked here. Guess I'm not doing that anytime soon. I did also have a plan. Like, PJ hates this build. PJ absolutely abhors this masterpiece that I have put together. So I considered putting together a backup build. Although a very minimalistic backup build. In the event that this build is mysteriously disqualified from the competition. Yeah. I'm gonna get top 3 probably. Get myself either a stack of netherite and elytra or destroy all phantoms. People are gonna love it if I destroy all phantoms. Yeah. Well, what else can I do? He's probably not starting for like another hour or so. He didn't... Oh wait, no, he starts at 7. He's starting at 7. Okay. Guess we're gonna stick around for another 2 hours, I guess. We have snow now, that's nice. I forgot who brought this in. I think it was either Cry or Wine. They asked me about the placements for this. Because it is a snow farm, all snow farms have like a 3x3 footprint, and I just put it here. So we have snow now, that's nice, which is interesting. I could have used snow for Frozone, but I didn't. Instead I used 300-ish blocks of white wool and 300-ish blocks of blue wool, light blue wool. Or that's approximately 5 stacks of white wool and 5 stacks of light blue wool. And I was just sitting my ass over there. All those sheep are pink right now. I don't really know why. There's a lot of work being done in this area over here with the water. Bubbles, I believe it's Bubbles, has been putting in the rock formations against her property, as well as the dock and the stairs. And the bottom of the section of the river here is also caked in mud. It's all quite nice work. And so I was thinking, if Sky's not going to renovate their trader box, I might do it. Because, there's quite a few quite a few options. There's no reason why you would want your villagers to roam around. It's inconvenient to locate them. You want to like keep them in like 1x2 cells with beds and workstations probably. So yeah, I was thinking of that, doing something a little more cosmetic because I don't think it's fair to Bubbles and she has to put up with this kind of thing. Oh wait, it's not Bubbles. It's Tinny. Yeah, Tinny. I don't think it's fair that Tinny has to put up with this. It is Tinny, right? God. You know, I'm not very well versed into the extended Pajamaverse community. Yeah, it's Tiny? I thought it was Tinny. The username says Tinny. What the heck? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be a little more fair to Tiny's cosmetic work around here if I, spice that up. I don't know if Sky has changed his mind, because he's, for whatever reason, he's emotionally attached to the idea of role-playing labor camps with a cobblestone box, despite the fact he could probably make a more realistic-looking worker exploitative warehouse, but he doesn't do that. Yeah. So, okay, we did the overworld work that I had allocated for myself for now. What we could do, we'll check Boner Shaft again. We'll see if the XP farm is cleared. And then we'll recharge my tools, and then we can dig a tunnel to Fortress B. Alright. Don't want to use the looting sword here because the storage just clogs up so often, so fast. Actually, while I'm here, let's get rid of all this shit. Gear. Enchanted bows. More enchanted bows. Bones. Enchanted gear. Gear. More gear. Arrows. Let's toss out you, and you. Let's recharge our shit. Fuck, I collected. If I fill my inventory with torches, this should mitigate the problem. Yeah, so let me just check. Do I still have the coordinates written down for... I don't. All I remember is that the fortress is directly north of... spawn by 1,500 blocks in a nether. While we wait for these skeletons to spawn, I'm going to search the Discord to see... I shared the coordinates at some point. We're going to search keywords spawner. Mission success spawner located. There, that's why I put keywords. Nether side, 240, negative 1655. I'm gonna type that in chat for my own reference. $240, 77, and then 1655. Alright, that's done. We're going to tunnel our way to Fortress B based on that. It's going to be a fork from Fortress A. The hell? What did I collect? Arrows? I might want to bring some signs, actually. A sign. A sign. One sign. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, there's quite a few people who have streamed from the Pajama Hero Hardcore server. None of us ever do it at the same time, though. Isn't that a little interesting? Phony, phony. Yes, it looks like people are making use of the tunnels. Not packing enough foods before their trips, though. Which reminds me, I have 4 carrots left in my inventory. I should probably hold on. Do I still have the carrots in here? No, I don't. Okay. Sorry, they weren't carrots. Someone left 2 stacks of baked potatoes in my furnaces once, and I just kept them in that barrel for them to pick up eventually. I guess someone else has it. Yeah, not really sure what everyone else is doing, because I'm assuming there's a party of maybe 3 people currently grinding out skulls and nether. Okay. Maybe you like beacons, maybe you want to revive someone. I don't know who they're reviving. I don't know who I'd revive, but maybe I'd like a beacon. Well, actually, no. I'm only going to need a beacon if I start digging out rock. Probably not happening anytime soon. I'd like to find a desert, though. You can get sand going. Also, I think we're reaching the point where novelty goods might be a desirable thing in the server. I know we haven't reached end game quite yet. We're not flying around or anything. But I think people are ready to start buying stupid shit. So I need a desert for that. So that way I can clear out an entire map's worth of area, get that all to a median height, and use that as a canvas to draw shit. For bare bones, custom drawn map art. It's always good, you know, auction off a picture of a penis every now and then. That kind of thing. I mean, surely the server would be interested in that. A drawing of a penis, just up for auction. Sell that for a few diamonds. You heard penis. Yeah, I thought that would get somebody's attention there. Yeah, but the idea is that if you flatten out an entire area with a uniform block, and you have that on a map, you are then able to draw on that map with a contrasting block. It's literally a canvas in Minecraft that you can draw with. Albeit it's occupying a 128 by 128 block space. Then you can also display it on item frames. Yeah. Oh, just realized my pick is recharged. We're gonna move on to the other pick, and then I'll also do my shovel. I'm sure hold on. Let me open up my... Oh. File Explorer, I don't want you there. Just looking now. I did not share anything sensitive. Alright. No. Just my quick access folders, in which you can see that I have accessed my resume folder quite recently. I got a job offer recently. Sort of a dollar sort of chain equivalent here in Canada. They offered me a temp position, but I'm also waiting on a local grocery store. I have until tomorrow to accept. I have 23 hours to accept on that first one. I'm waiting on the applications on some others, though. Got Walmart. And I do need the money for tuition. Checking my email now. Yep, nothing back. Alright. I'm probably going to accept the first offer. But anyways, the reason that I opened up my File Explorer was to show off what I mean when I say map art. Do I have any examples? In my screenshots folder, maybe one that isn't a falsified autograph. Flat has to be a flat example. So we got a lot of skeletons here. Maybe one that's not as grotesque. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. No, don't open it up in paint, god damn it. Open with photos. Photo viewer. Okay, chat, so in a previous project that I had worked on, I made trading cards. The idea is that on a completely flat surface, you can reuse it using Minecraft maps, and you can draw whatever on it. So here we have a trading card from different angles here, better view, and then it would appear like something like this. That is a map. You can hold it in your hand. You can display it on an item frame, but it doesn't have to be a trading card. You just use the uniform background as a canvas, and then you draw whatever else on top of it. Anything. Oh, I have some examples of the bare minimum stuff here. Photos. Here we have a mermaid and a fishman. That's something that I drew. It's pretty interesting. We also have this. It's a Komodo dragon of sorts. Oh, yeah, here's a picture of me. Yeet. Yeah, that's a picture of me. You want that Gura? Oh, I'm sorry. That Gura's a one-of-a-kind on the Forever World that I play on. It's the Hololive construction server. So it's all Hololive cities, Hololive map arts, all that stuff in survival. Half-decade-old Forever World, and unfortunately, I only circulated one copy of all of those. Hey guys, I have an idea. Why don't we react to that video, actually? I made a video on it. But first, we're gonna kill these skeletons. Come on, that better be enough. Come on. Let's react to an old Team Man video. Okay, and then... let me pull it up. YouTube. You're gonna see a lot more of the, I guess, applications of map arts. Enigmatic recollection already started for the day. It's only 5 o'clock. What the hell? YouTube Studio. Oh man, probably could have just accessed it from my channel. Hold on. My channel. Alright. And you're going to see a lot more map arts here. Come on, where are you? Where is the video? There we go. Every Hololive VTuber as a trading card. Let's watch it.
This is a Minecraft server for VTuber fans, and I'm going to try to make map arts of the 70+ members of Hololive production to use in a Minecraft card game, all in survival mode.
Just for context, at this point I had downloaded the Mr. Beast font and had been trying to use it for whenever I could.
Here at the Hololive construction server, we have a lot of crazy things, including entire towns and cities built in tribute to the different Hololive VTubers. If you don't know how a Minecraft map works, it's an item that gives a bird's eye view of an entire section of your world, with the smallest map size being 128 by 128 blocks. This means that any blocks you place in that space will be shown off in the map.
I really figured I should give, like,
giant 128
from the
128 white platform in Minecraft. And we're going to be using it as a canvas to manually draw out every single member of Hololive.
It's been a while since I made one, though.
More specifically, we're going to create a Minecraft trading card for every single member. So, what kind of cards are we making? Is it going to be a normal deck of cards? Maybe like sport?
On the note, you do see some HoloStars members in the background over here, and it is very unfortunate news about the mass graduations that are going to be happening, announced as of yesterday. You know, I wish all the boys good luck with that.
Sports cards? Maybe Uno? Pokemon cards? Try Club Penguin Card Jitsu.
Oh,
the discontinued penguin-themed card game. It's got rock, paper, scissors mechanics, numbers, fancy card descriptions, and unique colors.
It sounds like I thought about it,
but fun enough to actually.
But I really didn't pull off the mechanics.
And with that, I slaved away at my Google spreadsheet. Each member had to be given one of 3 random elements, a number from 1 to 10, one of 6 colors, and a special effect.
It wasn't entirely random.
Value greater or equal to 9.
I'm just saying this now. There were a lot of times that I would assign a VTuber with a color or an element just because it fit them aesthetically. And you know what? That kind of skewed things. I had a lot of blues, I think. I think I addressed that later on. The card game never took off. I did make quite a few of them, though.
All of which had to be evenly distributed across the multiple generations of members. This project is big, the timeline is massive, but everything seemed to line up. With the logistics and planning all done, I was ready to make several dozen map art trading cards, each with their own goofy illustrations.
And there's the time lapse. I had to write out a effects for that too. But not everything was funny. Some of them were like bare bones or like barely passable as references. I mean, look at that. I just gave Iroha a really long sword. Oh, this one's cute. Korone with a giant finger. And I lost my frames here for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like, the time-lapse software, there was no reason why it should have rendered like that. Oh, Rika's artwork was abysmal. It looked like he was wearing a fucking Reddit hoodie. But Astel? Oh yeah, I really like that Astel one. I feel like for additional context, the reason why everything is in color and is in concrete powder is because on HLC, concrete powder and any sort of sand blocks is made super accessible because we legalized sand duping. Sand duping is legal on this server, and so if you want to do colored blocks, easy to destroy as well, you use concrete powder on a canvas like this. Yeah. And some of these members are graduated now. And there's the girl one right there. And then this one was probably the most detailed and the funniest one. One Hollow Stars card. Man, we don't even have 8chan anymore. Man. Also, I think I misspelled someone's name. I think it was Subaru's name that I misspelled. Let's speed through this. Oh god, that ASCII artwork was terrible. What year did I make this again?
The project began in December
3 years ago.
And by early 2022, I had completed 31 of the map arts needed for this project. But then things took a turn. At the halfway point, I decided to look back on what had been completed. I put a lot of work into this project, but I wasn't quite satisfied with the direction. I realized that perhaps Cardjitsu was not actually a good base design for me to work with, as I had learned from some wiki articles that it had severe balancing issues. Yeah, that was a very short-sighted of me, basing a card game off of a not-so-great card game. Now, I know there's people here that will stan Club Penguin. You know, I played Club Penguin. I had my own membership for like a year, and then I've played Club Penguin Online, Club Penguin Rewritten. Those both shut down, and then there was like a third one that I just could not get into because it didn't have as many cosmetics that I cared about. I was also not entirely happy with how some of my illustrations turned out. They were supposed to be tasteful and funny, but some of them weren't all that great. In addition to this, that spreadsheet that I worked so hard on did not actually distribute all the card attributes evenly. Certain color and element combinations were a lot more common and would ruin the gameplay. Not to mention, I was feeling more and more uncomfortable with slapping numerical values on people's Oshis. Who am I to say that a VTuber is a 1 or a 10? Even if I let a spreadsheet randomize the value, it did not feel right. Making this a card game felt like a mistake, and I couldn't just trim the illustrations from the existing cards I had created. So after a few months of burnout and contemplation, I finally decided to cancel the project. It said that I wasn't able to make a working card game in Minecraft, and it would have been really cool to make an illustration for every single person in Hololive. Heck, I even planned on doing the staff members. But that's something I can always try again in the future, without any sort of weird, discontinued card game shenanigans. At the very least, I came out with a few dozen cute pictures within some badly designed card frames. There are plenty of great projects that have been completed here on the Hololive construction server, but not everything is a hit. You will have a miss. My work may have bitten the dust, but there are plenty of other wonderful things to see in this big, beautiful Minecraft world, and perhaps maybe you could manage to finish something bigger and better than this project. If you want to check out any of the other awesome things on the HoloCon server... Anyway, that's everything that I have to show off in relation to the usage and implementation of giant canvases in Minecraft.
Alright, back to your regularly scheduled song requests. Alright, we recharged everything that I can recharge. And now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. Yeah? We're gonna... Oh wait, we need carrots. We're gonna dig a tunnel to Fortress B. Fortress B, baby. Everybody get up. So I've been getting my carrots mostly from here. Wait, what? 6769 MC Street. We have streets now? Street names? Well, I have been getting my carrots from the garden in front of 6769 MC Street, apparently. And always making sure to replant. And you know what? I don't really know who originally built these little pods for the farm, these crops, but I have been replicating these designs, these patterns, whenever I have tasked myself with making more farms. So I've used it when I put the nether wart, and I also used it when I cleaned up the crops over there. Yeah. Alright, so first we're going to revise this. Alright, updated that sign. I think something may have blown up recently. Fortunately, I made the stairs out of a blast-resistant material. Hold on. Mineable XP spawners. Oh, well, it's okay, I guess. Appears someone has dug around recently. Do 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 do. I'm not really. Yeah, I've noticed that WT man. Yeah. Like, I'm taking these things too, and I want them to last. Yes, I'm not coating, like, the stairs and, like, full, you know, coverings, or anything like that. It'd probably be better if I did cover it in a full blast-proof material. What are we doing? That is why I have it in my chat history. So we're currently at -18. So we're gonna have to move 200 blocks. Alright. So the objective is -1655. We are currently at -747. Alright. Okay, hopefully this is good enough signage. Fortress A, Fortress B, spawn. So we're gonna start our dig now. We're only gonna keep it as a 2x2, so that way we only have to dig out the ceiling when we inevitably get an ice track going here. Confessionals? I'm seeing confessionals in chat. Is the church already in operation? Huh. I didn't think so. I mean, that thing doesn't even have a finished ceiling. I didn't think they were starting to help people repent. Oh, wow. Haven't run into Blackstone when I was doing the other tunnel. I actually managed to mine 2 scrap doing the tunnel to Fortress A. That was neat, because I'm actually not fully kitted out in Netherite yet. I'm gonna need like 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Yeah, I'm gonna need like 4 more ingots just to get everything that I care about. Maybe 6 if I was actually doing everything. Alright. Now, we're not doing blast-proof blocks here because we're prioritizing covertness. Or we're going off covertness instead. By having a fully enclosed tunnel for this section. Also because I didn't pack rocks. Come on. Alright, looking good so far. People are restocking the communal food stuffs. Looks like it. Thank you again, Cry. Yeah, since food is free and since a lot of services are free, I think the only time I'm going to monetize anything will be when I sell art or sell... I'm thinking t-shirts. Yeah, I thought, I didn't think we would actually hit any sort of blast-resistant blocks yet, but I guess I don't remember my nether Y access numbers. Alright, there we go. Let's keep drilling. Let's keep drilling. Currently at negative 800. 2 pickaxes we have fully charged should be able to get us where we want. Also, I did waste a lot of time in the initial tunnel to Fortress A, simply because I dug up too high of a ceiling. I was being too future-proofed about things. You know, I actually have another reason for not streaming during the build competition, is that I will probably have dinner sometime during it. So I don't want to, like, stream leave for a dinner break and like eat into the main event. The hell are people talking about with secret chests? Fortress secret chests? I don't know. What y'all got going on over there? Well, we can use the basalt that we're gathering right now to, I guess make some sturdier sections. Like the flooring over here. Just use the basalt for the whole thing, I guess. Much safer. The server was on for longer than usual today. It wasn't, I don't think it was announced. Because typically for me, local time, it goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. But then apparently it just didn't shut off today. So I missed out on that. I considered waking up for the 6 a.m. and then I just slept through it. Went back to bed and didn't realize the server was still turned on, I think. Get this done. Yeah. The hell are they doing with that shopping list in chat? Looks like we have some people taking on Baby's First Wither. Guys, you don't need a lot to take on a Wither. All you need is a small underground room to spawn the Wither in, and a tunnel ceiling that is 2 blocks tall. The Wither does not eat through blocks very fast. It does not explode through blocks very fast, and it doesn't fire directly in front of it from its lower half. It fires from its upper half. You can just smack the Wither as you kite, is the term kite? As you kite it down a tunnel. You don't even need a nether roof to auto-kill it for you. Spawn the Wither in a 3x3x3 space underground with like a 1x2 tunnel connected to it. And then the Wither cannot hit you, and then as it approaches you, very slowly breaking blocks, you're shooting it, and then you can get the melee hits in. You don't have to do a lot to kill the Wither. Although I do wonder, surely you'd be able to kill the Wither on behalf of people, I think. Or is it just final hit, right? Because then you would also have to measure, like, if you do it as a team, who gets the final hit on the Wither, or how much of a percentage of the damage have you dealt with it? It just gets unusually meticulous to monitor. Hey, Nacho died? Man. what's the point of a graveyard if no one stays dead? Not giving Spec much to do there, huh? Okay, we're up to 1,000. We still have 600 more blocks to go. Well, we're doing pretty well so far. Pickaxe isn't even half dead yet. But we are hitting a lot of basalt. It's really slowing down our progress. In contrast to when I was doing the tunnel for Fortress A, there were a lot of open areas that I ran into. So bridging took up a lot of time. I might actually want to... Okay, my inventory is not full yet. I want to keep the black stone. I like having all these brick options. We got, you know, stone brick, we got tough, we got deep slate bricks. Good stuff. And black stone brick. I was collecting a lot of quartz ore last time too, but I have way too much quartz ore right now. I don't feel like processing it. What's the logic behind trapping the XP farm? I don't know which XP farm they're talking about here. I don't know if someone did something funny with their farm. The zombie farm did not seem trapped. Someone trapped that flesh farm, that's... The zombie farm's out of order? What the fuck? Why? Alright, about to hit 1100. I mean, the maintenance should be easy enough to perform on the meat shaft, right? I don't know what constitutes trap. Like, is there a player killing mechanism? Did they block the water elevator or something? Like, what? Is it just a result of construction efforts on the church? I'm not really sure. Alright. Such invigorating gameplay here. It'd be nice if it was faster though. But even if I brought a beacon with me, it wouldn't work. Like, a beacon has a range of like 50 blocks, so the increased efficiency would be offset by the fact I would have to relocate an entire max tier beacon pyramid every 50 blocks. Every 100 blocks if I had optimal placement, I guess, but I'm not doing that. Because then that would also mean that I would have to preemptively move the beacon. Like 50 blocks in front of me. But then I'm also making like a 2x2 tunnel. And to accommodate the pyramid, I would need to build like a 9x9 or like an 11x11 space, which is actually more work. Someone dug a hole down right where you usually stand to kill the mobs, with a trapdoor mechanism that opens up and drops the player. They also put down signs along the shaft as well. Well, I think there's only one person who has been actively killing and trapping people so far, completely out of boredom. And it's the one person online right now with a PvP tag. Oh, okay, well, my suspicions have already been confirmed because Zach is directly calling them out. Oh, man. Yeah, Pila had rigged his house when he had originally tried killing me with a gravity-based trap. Which could have been mitigated if I put down a web, but I figured I would survive the fall. And I did survive the fall. $1,200, just 400 more. Yeah, you know, in Pila's defense, why is there a PvP option if we don't want to kill each other? Like, yes, I understand, it should only be murder amongst those who consent to murder via the PvP toggle. But should it really be so surprising that somebody who does have it turned on is trying to kill at all? How did the zombie kill the snow golem? Isn't it protected? Oh wait, hold on, it doesn't have diagonal guards. Oh, hello. Oh, looks like Tiny is offering to help. Double the work. Much thanks, Tiny. Don't know if she knows I'm streaming. This is doubly fast. A lot of blackstone and a lot of basalt. You think we would have finished passing through this biome by now, but we haven't. Although that does probably mean I have to share any scrap that I get. Although we hadn't actually seen any. Actually, no, I think Tiny has full scrap, though. They don't think I'm into me anyways. Alright, looks like they got things pretty well figured out. Nice. Oh, another one. Jeez. Now, hopefully that's the last time we have to do this. More basalt. Okay, we're pretty well in sync here. Very good. They probably don't know that I'm streaming, so I'll probably have to thank them with push to talk later. Up to 1426. Hey, making good progress. 1,500, 100 blocks more. Alright. Yeah, it looks like it's just my side that has a tunnel. Oh! Hello, Lars. Got a lot of quartz here. Wait, we're almost there. So we're practically there, which means that we have to dig down 50 blocks for stairs. I should probably tell them. Alright, gang, first of all, I'd like to thank y'all for joining me on this little tunneling adventure. We have reached negative 1619, and our designation is negative 1655. We also have to dig down 30 blocks, which means we have to get stairs going. So we're going to be changing what we're doing here. I don't know if they heard that. Stairs downwards because we're approaching the Nether Fortress. We're at Y114. We're gonna go for Y, what did I say? Y77. Sorry, it looks like my voice chat was muted just there. First of all, thank you for joining me on this journey. Second, we are going to start digging stairs downwards to Y77. Yeah, we all go with that? Great, okay. Alright, guess none of my previous messages were going through. I don't really understand why I keep... okay, let's see. Alright, guess I'll seal this up while they continue digging the stairs. Oh, I just realized I made a mistake. We're 200 blocks off. Not to alarm you fellows, but I forgot to make a turn. We have to turn right, and then continue for 200 more blocks. So we're going to continue the tunnel, I guess. I do understand it's going to be a little inconvenient now that we've lowered ourselves a little more. What's worse is we're probably going to have to replace the ground here because it's soul sand. It's the slowest stuff you can walk on, too. My apologies for the confusion. Well, that's a blunder on my part. Massive blunder on my part. A positive 240. Alright. Looks like Tinny is scouting ahead here. Oh my. Well, that's certainly a lot closer than 200 blocks, but is this Fortress B? I'm not really sure this is Fortress B. You mean back up, like, upwards? We could possibly just make a staircase downwards and directly connect to the fortress. That is the destination, I think. What confuses me is that it's 120 blocks early. So I don't know if this is a completely different fortress or not. Possibly, yes. Alright, well, our objective was to get another fortress connected, so I guess we'll get on that, yeah. The reason being is that there are different purposes that we want to use each fortress for. I think one we wanted for blaze spawners, and then one without blaze spawners for wither grinding, or wither spawner grinder. Wither skeleton spawns grinding. Oh, hello, Pila. How'd you get here? Tiny, hope you're doing well down there. Alright, gang, it looks like... Probably want to just raise the ceiling a little for stairs. Although I did forget to pack stairs. Alright, gang, we just got confirmation that nobody is visibly seen at Fortress B according to Sky, which means this is an entirely different fortress. Is that a bad thing? No, actually, it's not a bad thing. Unless they have an apparatus set up at Fortress B. Oh, what the heck? This is Fortress B. Yeah, I remember that bridge. Yeah, this is Fortress B. Alright, should probably thank everybody for helping me out here. Would have been a very dreary experience. Oh, and it looks like Tiny's finishing up the ceiling there. Should be high enough for stairs too, good stuff. Alright, I think that does it for the safety precautions. Don't have any stairs on me right now, but Tiny, thank you very much for helping me tunnel things. Would have been much slower without you. Yep. I don't know if you have any plans for grinding at these forts, but hopefully the tunnel is a good convenience for you, as well as anybody else grinding skulls and or blaze rods. Alright, I should probably thank everybody else as well. Alright, gang. I think that wraps up the tunnel work. Thank you to everyone who participated and joined us, as well as providing covering fire for when we were getting shot at, and patching up any sort of holes in the tunnel on your way here. Hope you make plenty of use with the new tunnel to Fortress B. Of course, I don't have any plans to revive anyone. Might like a beacon. What some people do when they have multiple forts is that they'll flatten out one of them, and then they'll build additional platforms to maximize... Hello, Pila. Hello, Pila. I don't think he's saying anything. There's some shinies over here. Oh, that was probably a very dangerous jump. I may just know. I suppose this will be my modest reward for finishing this job. Although I certainly have no need to get more quartz ore. I still haven't finished mining through what I have back at home. I would have liked some scrap though. I managed to pick up 2 scrap on the tunnel to Fortress A. But I saw a wither skeleton here. I suppose not. Well. Potentially in the future, we can get... You know, I have blackstone on me. If, there should be a forest nearby, actually, on the way here. Which means if I get myself some warped whatevers, I will be able to craft stairs. Yes, I'm the one who originally mapped out this fort. Which means I should be able to find my way back. Yep, there's a staircase. But how far back do I have to backtrack? I find it funny that Pila is asking that question about who is going to kill the Wither. Oh, yeah, right here actually. Don't need more of that. Yep, see, what we had today was a good display of very efficient teamwork. Actually, Tiny, is it Tiny or Tinny? Because they have two N's in their Minecraft username, but then when they refer to themselves, they're Tiny. Which one is it? Yeah, very good teamwork displayed by Tiny there. And they were very proficient, actually. Very proficient. Alright, we'll put this table here, and then with that... There we go. It used all of it, didn't it? Ah, man. Hello, ladies. Welcome to Fortress B. Thing is, Fortress B is about the same size as Fortress A, isn't it? So unless Fortress A has been like totally repurposed for blazes or something, I don't really know why anyone would be coming here. Hey DJ, turn it up, burn it up. Everybody get up, it's time to slam down. We got a real jam going on. Yeah. Yeah. Not expecting much of a struggle here. So shoot, baby, shoot. Okay, I got another stack. Although that's going to be a little too excessive. Man, I kind of want to save the blackstone. You can use black buttons for cosmetics, you know. Close that up. Alright, that should do it. Hey. I'm just gonna check on the guys. Because there's quite a few people located here at Fortress B. Wait, there's signs here. Why are there signs here? Why are there 3 signs here? Okay, I'm not gonna complain. I certainly don't need more netherrack. Alright, I don't know what the original plan was for these signs, but now we got Fortress B lined up. Maybe I'll backtrack and see if I need additional signage somewhere. Yeah, I think we're gonna go home now. I guess I'm cleaning up after myself too. Alright, quality assurance here. It's 2x2. I'm gonna seal up the sides. Joe, golden wind. A skeleton? That's weird. It's unfortunate, but I guess things are going to start spawning here. We're lucky that I didn't mess up too badly when we started bringing down the stairs. We didn't really have to dig all that far. Probably not even 50 blocks, I think. It is quite the long trip, though, regardless. And then people will only go between Fortress A and Fortress B, maybe if they want to simultaneously spawn things between both and then grind out skulls at double the pace, or if both fortresses start serving different purposes, like dedicated blaze grinder, dedicated wither skeleton grinder, that kind of thing. It really depends on where people decide, what people decide to invest into. Let's see, it's almost 6:30. I know PJ is going to start his event at 7. My original plan was to raid out to him, but I think I want to get dinner before that happens. Like, I don't want to get dinner, you know, right after raiding, and then, I guess. Ooh, what's this? You know, right after raiding and then missing part of the event, I guess. Joe, golden wind. Joe, golden wind. I can't transition between notes very fast. Oh, fuck off. Please don't whistle. Am I that bad? Man. Should stick to the kazoo. Also, damn, people are actually listening to the stream. I kid. Alright, headed back home. Down these stairs. I'm still a little convinced that, like, somebody exploded a part of it. I'll provisionary railguard here, I guess. Dump these items in here, and hey, some nether quartz for some people to chow on, I guess. Guess we didn't need the additional signage, but in the future, if they serve different purposes, I'll have that there. What the hell? Why am I just missing 2 blocks? I'm just magically missing 2 blocks. Well, I guess I have to repair that. 2 deep slate bricks. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's understandable. I think most people do not whistle into their mics. I'll refrain from that. It's either that or I sounded just that bad. Shut the fuck up. The hell? Missing all my shots, jeez. Alright. Get back to spawn. I'm not sure what sort of itinerary PJ has planned for the area.
Wait, did you plan this? This is nice.
Yes, I did. It's for like my, it's for like, it fits my area. But it looks like, sad and shit, so why the fuck not? And then,
Would have probably settled on one of these. It does look nice though, but what the hell's with a cherry blossom? And I am hoping this wall really is just a reference material. Alright, I'm going to close things off here. Oh. Wow, I didn't know F3 could persist into the multiplayer menu, that's weird. Alright, let me see if I can raid out to anyone. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Yeah, PJ's gonna start in like half an hour, but yeah, can't raid into PJ just yet. What do we got? I don't know. If I raid into someone, then you all go to PJ. That's gonna be awkward. So I guess I shouldn't raid into anyone. Yeah. Alright, everybody, thank you. Whether you lurked or played in Minecraft or played with me, you know, much appreciated. I guess I'll be seeing you all in game in half an hour or whenever the fuck PJ decides to stream. And may the best builder win the competition. Alright. Goodbye.